Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Checking to make sure that my hands don't look weird. I don't know. I can't never tell. So we're gonna make a double. No, not a double. We're gonna make a Dutch door card. And I made a template so I could give all the instructions and everything. I'm gonna open this up here while we wait for some people to join us. Happy Saturday. How is everybody? So I want to know also in the comments, you guys go to any fall festivals or anything this month? Has anybody done anything like that? I miss doing that with my kids. All right, let's go to YouTube. Let's make sure sound is off. Denise, I can see up there that you said, but I won't be able to see that when I'm actually crafting. So let me get this open up here. Change it to all messages. There we go. And let's get going. All right, so I pulled out a whole bunch of dies because I'm not really sure. I'm like in a toss-up between a teapot with some polka dots, red and white, because we're gonna do our Craft Roulette card, which I'll go over the parameters in a minute. But so I've got my teacup stuff out, and then of course, you know, I've got a apple tree here. And where's the little apples that go in it? Anyway, I got a little tree I could build. I got some banners. So what I'm really at a toss-up is I've got this, which this is probably what we're going to end up doing because I really like this. I don't know. So it's a toss-up between the teapot and the apple barrel. Let's see if I can turn this over so you guys can see the apple barrel. See the apple barrel? Barrel full of apples. I might do this. I'll try to keep some colors in here because this color is perfect for the little seeds. Where are they? Uh-oh. Where's my seeds? There's the little apple. It goes to a different thing, I think. Where's my seeds? Oh no, where? There they are. There's my little, see my 4 little seeds there? Okay, those are my stems. I think we're going to do the apple barrel. Okay, so our parameters are, let's write it down. Let's hold that out. Let's put this aside. I think the teapot, I didn't even know I searched forever to find my teapot. Then I came across the apples. I don't know. Maybe we'll do an apple. Maybe I'll just do the teapot later. Okay, this thing keeps closing. I'm so distracted here. All right, our parameters, guys. And I'm going to show you, the template and the measurements. But our project is a Dutch door. Why does that keep closing on me? Card. Now, if you go to Google, if you go to YouTube, you can find all kinds of double Dutch card, the Dutch door cards. I think this is called a double Dutch door because when you open the top part, you have the 2 doors like this. I think a regular Dutch door just opens, has this that goes over it like that. One goes up, and then one goes like that. But I'm going to show you how to make this type right here where it goes up and where it goes like this, because it's really easy peasy, guys. So, I made a template. So so we could do this easy. All right, let's go on with our parameters though. So we got the Dutch door card. Then our colors are bird feeder. I had to Google bird feeders to see the colors of them, because the only bird feeder my brain was thinking of was the hummingbird feeder, which is the little plastic red ones, you know, with the little yellow flower thing that they feed out of. So red and yellow. I'm like, I think there's some brown and green, and then I saw that some were copper too. So that's why I'm thinking the apple barrel, because the barrel will be brown and the apples will be red. Yeah, I think so. I think that sounds good. What you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Tell me. All right, then we have our element. I'm gonna have to pull a picture up because I don't remember what element and random was. I was so focused on the Dutch door and the I'm gonna have to pull up the photo, which would be in my chat with Denise, because I send them to her. I send her the parameters. Where are they? The picture I took it with is on the phone I'm recording with. My gosh, Denise, we've got so many conversations here. It's like, okay, where is it? Where's the parameters? Almost there. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Oh, element is October. Are apples in bloom in October? There you go. Thanks, Denise. Element. See, I totally forgot about that. October. And then random is polka dots. I was wondering where the polka dots were fitting in there, Denise, when you were telling me about polka dots. So we can do a polka dot background with an apple barrel. Sounds good to me. Let's close that. Maybe that'll help keep this open. Alright, there we go. So that's our parameters for today, y'all. Project is double Dutch. No, I keep saying it wrong. Dutch door card. Colors are bird feeder. Element October. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fit. When is apple harvest season? And random is polka dots. Is October apple harvesting time? Double Dutch is jumping rope, right? That's where they're doing the two, right? My mother said, sitting by the fire, hey now, waka waka waye. October is apple time. Okay, cool. Cool, so our apples are harvested in October, so that works for the October element, and then I can make a background with polka dots. All right, so let's get our base done first, and then we'll go from there. So I made a template of everything we're gonna need with all the measurements on it. Come on, there's more in here. I don't know what this one is for. What is that for? Oh, that's my measurements. Okay. Is it? All right. Scott, you're going to need 8 3/4 inch this way by 4 1/8 this way. If you are watching the replay and you want to pause this, write it down, go right on ahead. So 8 3/4 this way, 4 1/8 this way, which we'll cut them in a minute. I just want to run through these. Then it gets scored at 5 1/2. See, it's scored at 5 1/2. Then you'll need a piece. Oh, I didn't write this measurement down. that measures 8.5 by 2 1/4. Need to write the 8.5 on there. Hold on a minute, y'all. 8.5 inches all the way across, and then two and a fourth inches that way. Okay, so you need that. Then the panels you'll need 3 1/8 by 4, just one of those. And then you'll need 2 that are 2 by 2 1/8. And Denise is saying Scott, and Scott is saying Denise, and everybody's calling everybody out around here. All right, so let's think about what color we want. I don't know if I have craft cardstock for our card base. Do we want our card base to be brown? I think we do. And then we can do red and white polka dots. No, I don't want it to be brown. I want it to be a lighter color than that. Let's see. Let's see if I have craft color. I don't think I do. Let me look. I don't think I have a sheet of craft paper. Nope. I don't. So we're just going to go with white. Someone give me one sheet of white cardstock. And I'm going to get my trimmer. There's the measurements if you want to screenshot that. If it'll make any sense to you. Okay. Trimmer. Because I have to cut increments of 8ths, I'm going to use my Cricut trimmer, which needs to be put through the wash. It's like, alright, so I need it to be 8 3/4, which is bigger than 8.5, so I have to cut it this way. I was up at 3 in the morning making this one, learning how to do this card. Because we've done this with Craft Roulette before, but it's been so long, I forgot, and I didn't know where my template would possibly be. Alright, so 8 1/8. Hopefully you know how to use a ruler, because I'm not good at teaching math and stuff, ruler reading. But the rulers are broke down. You got 8 little lines, bigger, you know. Anyway, it's 8 1/8. It's the little one before the quarter, but not the littlest. 8 1/8. No, Linda, 8 3/4. Say it right, 8 3/4. So that's the third line right there. Gotta cut it right, Linda. All right. Hi, Lee. The editing a vlog, cool. All right, then we're gonna turn it and cut it at 4 1/8. That's where the 1/8 was, the 4. So 4 1/8 right there. And do all our cutting, and then we'll do our scoring. And so I know. All right. Then I need a piece that's 8.5 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it at the leftover piece there. I'm going to come back in here. See, do I have enough for 8.5? Oh yeah, just barely. There's 8.5. Yay! Denise got side one of her luggage tags done successfully. Alright, so that's 8.5. And then it needs to be by 2 1/4. 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Double check my measurements. No ghosting, that's awesome. Alright. So that goes here because we gotta score that. And we'll cut our panels down too. Alright. So we need 2 that are 2 by 2 1/8. So I'm going to take this long strip here and I'm going to go 2 1/8. And I'm going to take another one, scooch it over and go 2 1/8. And then I'm going to flip it around and cut it down to 2. So that should be 2 by 2 1/8. Yes. And this one should also, let's see, is this, that's 2 1/8. By 2. Just double check my measurements here. Yep. Alright, and then I need my bigger panel. So I gotta give me another sheet of paper. I don't, this one here. And I'm gonna cut this down to 4 inches, which is right here. By 3 1/8. Okie dokie. So now I have all my panels cut and I have everything I need. Now I just need to do some scoring. So I hope I'm making this easy to understand for people who are just learning how to do this. Alright, so I'm going to take my piece that's 8 3/4 by 4 1/8. And we'll put it in my scoreboard this way. I don't know. I'm going to go, uh-oh. Where's my bone folder? It's not in the scoreboard. Oh, where did it go? That's what happens when you craft at 3 in the morning, y'all. Did it fall on the ground down there? Or did I not put it back in there? One moment, please, while I locate my bone folder. I don't know where the heck it would have disappeared to. Found it. Alright, so we're going to take this one and we're going to put it in here so that way the long side is up against the top of the score thing. And we're going to score it at 5 1/2. Score it at 5 1/2. Then I'm going to get my other long piece, which measures, I can't speak. It measures 8 1/2 by 2 1/4. I'm going to put the 8 1/2 inch side long side up against the top of the scoreboard. And I'm going to score this at 2 1/8, which is the first little line right past my 2. So I'm going to score that right there. And then I'm going to make sure it's good and scored. Then I'm going to rotate it around to the other side. That way, the parallel side. And I'm going to do the same thing, 2 1/8. And if I done this correctly, if I did this correctly, it should all fit together nicely. And then we're done trimming and we're done scoring. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it. Remember I pushed in on this side, so I turn it over and just score it. Burnish it down like that, and then same thing on the other side. See how they just meet nicely right there together? Then this one, we're going to push it down just like so. That should. Alright. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here with the double flaps. And on the middle section, not in the score lines, but this section right here, we're going to put glue there. We're going to glue this baby down. And this will be the base for our card, and then the fun creativity part starts. So we got the main construction part finished. You're going to take this piece and you're going to line the bottoms up, but you're going to put it as evenly between the two score lines as you can. You know, just kind of eyeball what you think. I want the bottom lined up just right though. There we go. And then those two flaps should fold over. And that there is your base for your double Dutch. For your Dutch door card. Okay? Now let's do our panels. This is where our polka dots are going to come in. So let's just set our base aside. We're going to get us a stencil. And we're going to go with the colors, the bird feeder colors. We're going to do red, brown, and white, I think. Trying to think my apple, because my apple barrel is going to be the part that's right here. Which is going to be a lot of die cutting, guys. A lot of die cutting. I didn't get really this far ahead. I didn't get this far into planning. Let's see. What do I have that's polka dots? Polka dots, polka dots, polka dots. I have a cool stencil. I have a bunch of cool stencils, but I have this stencil. Yay, I'm glad you're still here. Are you working on yours? Are you working on your card, Denise? I'm hoping everybody's crafting along. That's why the chat's quiet. There are 5 watching, so there's someone hiding in the... Yeah, I got balcony. They're sitting in the balcony watching. Oh, that's right. You're doing luggage tags. That's right. You told me that. Alright, I'm going to take and... I'm going to push this over like this. No, I'm not. Because I'm not putting it directly on the background. I'm doing my panels. I'm going to take my panels and I'm going to flip this so that the long way is going like that. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure that I'm doing these. That's not right. It needs to go this way. Okay. So they need to go that way. Which would be... Okay, so the 2 1/8 is going up and down. Like that. And I'm just going to put all these together like this. And I'm going to put a piece of tape on them to hold them. Still editing, okay. I spoke too soon. 3 ghosted on the back, but the QR code will still work, so I'm keeping them. There you go. And now we're down to only 3 people in here, too. We scared the people away. We scared them away. They're like, we don't want to watch all this. Probably I'm talking too much. Not crafting enough. Alright, then I'm going to take this. And I'm going to lay this right here. Do I want white with red polka dots? Or do... I don't want it to be a white background, y'all. I don't want it to be white. I want it to be red with white polka dots. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do the reverse? I know how I'm going to do the reverse. I know exactly how I'm going to do the reverse. Doom, 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 doom. I'm going to go over here to my inks. I'm going to find me Crackling Campfire. No, I'm not. Wrong color. Lumberjack Plaid. That's the color I'm going to go for. And I'm going to take this. I got my big grippy mat in another area where I can't reach it. Here, I'll do it on this so it doesn't make a huge mess on my glass mat. Do I want ink on this? No, I'd rather have it on my glass mat. Alright. Let's tape this right here. I don't know if this tape... I don't think that tape will hold it still. Just stop with it. Just ink it up. Quit worrying so much about making a mess. Alright. We're just going to put the ink all over this. This is how we're going to do our reversing. So I got ink all over my stencil. And I'm going to take my panels and I'm going to lay them right down inside the inked area. I'm going to clean the ink off right there because I want tape there. And right here. Because I want to tape these 2 panels down too. So everything's taped down. And then I'm going to get my magic mat because I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. Just like so. Just like so. And I'm just going to run it through my die cut machine, y'all. And I should get a red background with white polka dots. I should. Let's see what happens. Let's make sure my thing is over that correctly and run it through. I'm going one way and then back, and then I'll check it. I may need to add more ink. I may not. And I'm not inking it. I'm not spraying it with water. I'm just doing the straight ink straight down to the paper. That way none will run out of the spots. And of course I'll have to clean my mat. No big deal. But I should have in my opinion, good enough. But it could be, see how I hinged it? I could always add more ink to it now, so I can make it even darker. And I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to add more ink and pray I line it up right. And then very carefully try to make sure that lays down exactly how it laid down before. There we go. And we're just going to line it up just like that on there. And we're going to run it through again. And it should make it nice and dark. So I had somebody ask me about inks. And they were asking about generic brand inks. I've never used generic brand inks. I cannot give somebody a opinion on that. But I will say, when making cards, your ink and your paper quality matter. It matters, guys. And if you can afford, if you're just starting and you buy a color, Margot, hi. Start with basic colors that you'll use for everything. And if you can afford to get your re-inker with your ink pad, go ahead and do that. You know, but if you're just starting out not sure you're even going to like it, then just get one, like a blue or something like that, and see if it's what you want to do. Look, guys, pretty. That almost reminds me of Minnie Mouse. But there we go. We got our polka dots. And now this can be wet, but we're not going to do it right this second. I can go back and wet that, and then I can do on cardstock with it. But we're not going to do that right this second. We're not going to do that right this second. We're going to take this stuff right here off. This tape. And we're not going to reuse this tape because it's got ink on it. And because I ran it through my die cut machine a couple times. Alright, so now I've got all my panels. Why do I have... Oh, guys. I forgot that I taped it. I forgot to take the front tape off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that's alright, because I'll have something over that anyway. Oh, no, y'all. Look at what happened. I forgot to take my mint tape off. And now I ripped my paper. That's okay, because my apple barrel is going to go over those, so I'm okay with it. Anyway, we can go ahead and glue these down, too. Gosh, October in Florida, still hot, too hot to forget your lid on your glue. And we're just gonna, there's gonna be a little tiny white border, and it's okay. There we go. How you doing today, Miss Margot? And then we're going to make sure that these are going in the correct... We're going to make sure them little tear marks are in the middle, so that when the card is closed, they're hid by the apple barrel that we're going to add. Alright. We're going to put the border right there. Just a little white border. I am playing with, I'm going to play with Lawn Fawn Apple, Build build a barrel today, Miss Margot. Oh no, user, oh no. Frustrated working with Cricut. I was watching, who was I watching yesterday? They were using Spellbinder's, the Mickey collection, and they were making, Nicole Spore. And it reminded me that I have the, Cricut Disney digital cartridge. This is a Dutch door. Look. This lifts up this way, and these open up like that. So that's a Dutch door. And the way you keep it closed, see? I did this with our Crop and Create kit from Simon Hurley. Margot. You open like that, and then you go like that. And you put a saying or whatever you want on the inside. I should have put a little border around, but I didn't. But look, I did the glossy accents, so it looks like they're really on ice. I could have put glitter in there too, but I didn't. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, huh? Alright, so we got that. Now, we need our apple crate and yeah, you gotta get into that again. Right? I was like, I had put them on here, and I had this just all white. I was like, Linda, they're not skating on snow. They'd be skating on ice. Because, see, I got the little snow hill there. And I was like, get your marker and make it look like ice. And then after I colored it blue, I was like, oh, I could put the glossy accents on it and make it look like they're really on the ice. So anyway, it was an afterthought, but right? Yeah, I love it too. I had so much fun at 3 a.m. crafting. Okay, we got to build our apple crate. This is like a lot of die cutting, y'all. A lot of die cutting. Let's get our dies out. Alright, some of these don't go with this die set. Like these right here. This doesn't go with this die set. These are add-ons for the reveal wheel. Before I had this set, I wanted apples. I didn't have the reveal wheel at the time, which I needed to use my reveal wheel too sometimes. But I wanted the apples, so I got just the add-on for the reveal wheel because it was way cheaper than the rest of the other dies. Sometimes that's how I shop. And I'm pretty sure this goes with my Apple Awesome stamp set, and I'm pretty sure this does too. And probably that. I think that all goes with that. Those are things I've been looking for. And this sun doesn't go with it either. I don't know where the hearts came from. I don't know if they go with it or not. But these do come with it. And these are your seeds. And these are your stems. Oh, you're doing sublimation projects too? Cool. And then we have our barrel, which I need brown paper. I don't want my barrel that dark, do I? No, I'm going to have to ink blend mine. We'll do... Alright. Just start doing it, Linda. Stop talking and just do it. Just do it. Alright, where's our scrap pieces? See if we got anything big enough here. Right here. Will it fit this way? No. Okay, so we're gonna ink blend after we cut it. That way we can get the edges while we're ink blending. So we're gonna tape that down. I'm going to slap that on our... Everything that we're going to cut out of white, we're just going to put it all down now. So, we can do this out of brown. Out of the darker brown, since I'll ink blend the barrel part. A lighter brown than this. Hi, Dee! Welcome in. Alright, so I'm going to cut me a little piece off here. Oh, did you just use this one? Cool. Yeah, I was gonna, you know, my brain, I saw a bird feeder when I was looking up bird feeders so I could get the colors. I wish my brain would not stop like that on me. I was looking up bird feeders so I could get the idea of the color, because our colors for Craft Roulette is bird feeder. And so I was looking at bird feeders, and I saw this really cute one look like a teapot that was red with white polka dots. So that's where I got the idea of this. And then I was like, oh, I'll do a teapot on the front. But then, as I was looking, searching everywhere for my teapot, I ended up, finding my apple barrel. That's where the words went. That's what the words are. I really shouldn't reuse this, but the ink won't be on the part that's... Alright, there we go. It won't be on the part that's... Alright, Linda. Get this in, get it through. Let's get this done, because we still got to ink blended and all that good hunky-dory stuff. Oh no, I didn't run it all the way and it didn't cut it all the way. So here's one little apple. So now I gotta send that back through. I'm almost scared to send it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna send it back through. We're gonna cut it out of there. Because we can hide it. We can tuck it and hide it. So what you doing, Dee? Are you crafting? Are you watching the farm videos you like to watch? What you doing? What you up to? What you up to these days? Trixie's trying to kick me out of this chair. Look at our barrel. Look at this, guys. How cute. This is why no matter how much I love Cricut, I still love dies. Look at this. This just glues right on there. And then this has a slit right there so you can stick your apples in there. Oh, I love it. Oh. Michael's celebration is next weekend. Alright, let's do... see if we can get a couple at a time, even though that didn't cut all the way through that one, but that's because it was at the tail end and didn't get sent through all the way. So let's see if we can do more than one apple at a time. We still gotta do the seeds, but we need to know how many apples we're gonna need. We're gonna need something to put behind also, whether it's an arch or a square or something to go behind this. I think that 6 apples will be plenty. Three big ones and 3 small ones. If my words would stop failing me, I'd be alright today. Okay, put that back on here. So we're going to make our apples red. So if we do, we can do like 2 big apples and a little apple here, like that. That's 3. And then we can put another apple down like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can throw one in there like that. Or we can just bring this one up higher. And we can... I'm trying to figure out how many I'm going to actually use so I can cut the stems and the leaves. So that's why I'm sitting here playing like this. Oh, you made a green apple too? Cool. I think I'm going to stick with all red apples, though. I think. I don't know 100%, guys. That's a little one. We could have like this. That'd be 5 apples. That would only be 4 apples. I think 5 is good. I think 5 is good. 4 in the thing and 1 on the side. And we'll do this one with seeds showing. So we'll only do 1 set of seeds. But we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of leaves. So I'm gonna have to find more green paper because I don't think I have enough here. I don't think there's enough here. That's the little set, right? I don't know. Trying to remember this stuff is kind of tricky, but anyway. And that'll cut 2 of those at the same time. these guys. Hey, hey, with the monkeys. Hi, Danny. And we're just monkeying around. We're too busy playing to put anybody down. I'm trying to get as much as I can out of my paper here. Okay. This way I can see what I'm doing. And Danny saying hi to everybody. Y'all crack me up when you come in with your what's up. Alright, let's run that through. Okay. Alright. So we got some leaves. Some of them are double stacked. We'll figure it all out in a few minutes here. This tape is like, okay, you can't use it no more, Linda, because it's getting... For some reason, the more you run tape through the dye machine, the stickier it becomes. It's the weirdest thing. You know, instead of the more you use the tape, the less sticky it gets. When you use these tapes, the more you run them through, the stickier they get. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's the same thing with the mint tapes and things. So it's like, this tape has seen better days because it's just too sticky now. It's way too sticky now. Let's see, we got, when you double your paper up like that, double the leaves, double the fun. See? Those are all the little ones. And here's the bigger ones. That tape didn't do too bad. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm over here doing. I'm pulling everything off. See? I think that green paper is used up. Well, I still got a little piece here. I could unfold it, but then I have a scroll line. But I still got little bits right here. They can do little leaves. Alright, now this one, I did something. What is that out of there? I don't know what the... Oh, that's like a part of a tree or something. But we're going to use it to do some seeds. And we only need one set of seeds. Where'd they go? What did I do with them, y'all? I hid them. Somehow, some way. I lost my seeds. I was showing them to y'all. I'm sure they're stuck Oh my gosh, thank God they didn't get caught up in the thing. They're stuck to the back of my mat. That's not cool. Alright. I need one. I need 5 stems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. And this has 4 of them. So, we'll double this up. I'll stick this right here like that. And then our little seeds right beside it. Move them down just a little, just to make sure that they're not up in the already cut area. Right there. Alright, and then we're going to run that through. And that should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then plenty of seeds. Hi, Judy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. We are making our Craft Roulette card for those that just come in, which we did the measurements and everything in the beginning of the live. We did I made a template and showed everybody the measurements and all, so that you can make the Dutch door. That's what we're working on. Working on our Craft Roulette card. Project is Dutch door. Colors are bird feeder. Element is October. And random is polka dots. Which we'll go over all that and make sure we got all our parameters met when we get done. Yeah, I think this tape has seen better days. Just don't want to lose my seeds and stems. They're so tiny. And we're praying for you too, Danny, that everything goes well in December. I think that's plenty. Yeah, they're tiny. They're itty bitty teeny weeny. So we're gonna stick them. We're gonna take this set now that we've cut everything I think that we need, and we're gonna slide it right in here because we don't want to lose nothing. There we go. We're gonna set it right there. So they're doing just like a biopsy? Is that what they're doing? Alright. Now I need the ink blend. And if you've been watching me these last few days, I've been... because I keep forgetting to go get my big grip mat. I've just been using this Gina K background stamp as a grip mat. Good gravy, it's definitely grippy. Whew. I'll put it up higher in a second. Alright. Let's move all of our little pieces over here. Don't lose them, Linda. I'm going to end up not being able to see them because they're so dark on this dark mat. Alright, can y'all see that? Yeah. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is my barrel. And I'm going to do that with gathered twigs, if I can find it. Ooh, we could do brushed corduroy. I don't ever use my brushed corduroy. It would probably be pretty on there. see what brown I already have on here, though. Gathered twig is the brown I already have. Hawaii! Howdy, howdy, howdy! No, I didn't duck. I got hit. Ow! You hitting me with popcorn coming in the door? Alright, let's... Uh-oh, Hawaii's here. Yeah, you have your helmet on? Okay, good, Danny. Alright, let's bring the brushed corduroy in. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for some color. And you know what? I don't really care for that color. I want my gathered twigs. I'm gonna find my gathered twig. Uzi, you tripped. Hi, Dream Builder. Been a while since you've been in here. How you doing? Oh, thanks for the thumbs up and coming in. I'm glad to see you back. It's been a while. And he's back again. I'm looking for I gathered twigs, which shouldn't be very far because I use it a lot. What earth would it be for? Oh, there it is. I covered it up with some other inks when I was moving them around. There it is. There's gathered twigs. That's my go-to brown. That is my go-to brown for things. And Hawaii wants to know what Dream Builder is making. You should tap your stuff off, guys, but, you know. Should and Linda. I have all helmets. Oh no, Hawaii stole all our helmets. And she's going to pelt us with popcorn here in a minute. I'm not really worried about this piece so much because it's going to, the apples are going to hide that. But I just... As far as I'm concerned, that looks great. Darn, Hawaii stole mine. Oh yeah, they are. You can fill. Okay, Margot, have a good one. Thank you for coming in. You can fill them all with the popcorn. And be nice and just let everybody sit down and watch the show and eat some popcorn with their helmets instead of them having to wear them to keep from being hit in the head every time you come in the room, Hawaii. Steal helmets, then greetings. You're so funny. Okay. I got as much of the brown off as I'm going to get off. Now we're going to do our apples. We're just going to use this brush here to do them with. We're just going to do them all red. And actually, I should have die cut that little one that goes with from the reveal wheel, because it actually cuts it so it's like this, the center. Anyway, alright, so I'm just going to use lumberjack plaid. You're looking for a yellow one? Okay. You know what else we could do? You know, apples from the grocery store are always shiny. Are they shiny like that off the tree? Or is that because they polish them and put like a wax over them? These are not really. I think I need to pull out candy apple red. I think so. I don't think my lumberjack's going to give me the red I want. Not ink blending. God, every time I pull out that candy apple red, though. I should have colored. Could have colored them with a marker too. Dang, I thought about that. I could cheat, and I could just go just like this. Yeah, Linda's cheating. Don't craft like Linda. Hey, I lost an apple. Don't craft like me. I'll teach you bad habits. There we go. That's the color I want. There we go. Now, let's get our ink in there on the edges and stuff. Right? I'm like, that was taking too long doing it the other way. It's like, dadgummit. Lesson 1 while crafting. Don't copy Linda. There you go. There you have it. Alright. That's good enough. That's good enough, guys. We're not... It's no fun when it's a lot of work. If you can't get messy and inky and... Alright. That's good enough. Those are good enough. And if you don't like the white edges, you can always just go like this. Now this one you can't. This one is a lesson 2 to be determined. Just running along here. Now this one is and okay. This is how you distress your edges and all that good hunky-dory stuff. Get rid of your white edges. Hey, Linda is sat on missing yellow helmet. Oh, did I sit on the missing helmet? Now, how would I sit on a helmet without knowing? That would be so uncomfortable. Is it under my chair? Is that where it's at? Hawaii. You'll crack me up. Thank you, by the way, everybody who's come in and is hanging out with me and chit-chatting and keeping me company while I make my Craft Roulette card. I'm hoping y'all are making them too. I think that's good enough. Good enough. That's how I craft. Good enough. Alright, now we're going to put our bits and pieces together. I still have to put yeah, Trixie is guarded. I'm guarding her with my life. She's not getting hit in the head. We don't want to hear Trixie whine and cry. We don't want no yelping. And Trixie might upset the whole camera thing. Alright, let's put this on here. Look at her barrel, isn't it cute? Isn't her little barrel adorable? I love this Build-A-Barrel. Absolutely love it. All right, now this is where we get. Oh, we need our stems and things for our leaves. Now, they made it so that you can put your leaves on top and like, but I'm not doing all that, y'all. I'm just not doing that. All right, let's get, some people use Twizzlers. Trixie's off limits. Trixie's off limits. All right, these have little slits in them, so your stem, well, they're supposed to be slits. Yeah, they are. And just make it like that. Put a little tiny bit of glue right there. And take your stem and hold it down. Hold it down. I think they actually did this so that you could cut this brown. You know, so you can just put your... And just make sure we're not doubled up here. Some of these are doubled up. I think this is a doubled up one. It is. See? See? See now? Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. I'm actually not going to use that piece because the stem should be the dark, but I'm just going to put that right there like that. Is that about how an apple... I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've put an apple together. It's been so long. It's been over a year since I've used this set. Let's look at the apples. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There's one apple for our barrel. I made seeds and I didn't leave one open. I didn't leave one. We're going to say the middle of our apple is red. I mean, is white. No, don't get in the middle. Just the edge. Just the edge. I may not use this piece, but just to give you guys an idea. Oh, I shouldn't have cut these seeds out doubled up either, because they're, oh my gosh, I'll never get them apart from each other. Oh, I did. I did it. Where the heck did it go? I lost it. Well, come off my finger. Like, how come I lose them when they come off? There it is. Like, I lose them when they come off my finger. I lost the other seed, y'all. Alright, I'm not going to play with this one anymore. Anyway, you get the idea. You put your 4 seeds there, and then you got a sliced open apple. I'm not going to use that one, though. I'm running on 1 hour and 16 minutes now, so we're going to move this along. It's about average for me, though. Isn't it? So you could take this and you could cut these out of the brown, and then you cut your green leaf to go over the leaf part. But we didn't do that. So I said to myself, make sure that's open. Put our stem in there. I'm going to make this stem a little shorter. And then we'll put a leaf right off the tip of it this time. Go in the opposite direction. Oof, Trixie. It not ever a potty. I didn't understand that one. Okay, use something. You can't be late. Are you going to be late for something? Oh, you came in late. Oh, hi, Jackie. I, for some reason, thought that was Hawaii saying something. That's okay. I'm going to recap everything. I was answering your question about the inks on here, so if anybody else had that question too. Look, I think I've been putting my stems on upside down, guys. That's okay, because it looks better like that. But that's okay. Alright, we're going to get a little glue right here. You missed all the monotonous stuff. We're going to find us one of the little leaves, and we're going to make sure it's not doubled up, which it probably is. Definitely is, because we cut them doubled up, so of course it's doubled up. And this one doesn't have a little piece sticking out of it, so we're just doing it straight off like that. I think that's cute, don't y'all? And that will go in there. And I think that's plenty. Apples. We'll do one more apple for here, and we will overlook this rule of 3 or odd numbers. I don't think we'll even use that. Alright. So I am working on my Craft Roulette card, and I'll recap in a minute. And I gotta find something. I think I gotta find something to put my make sure it's a single stem. I think it is. Just make sure. Okay. We gotta find something to put our. I gotta think about what shape we're gonna put our barrel on, so it can go on there, and then we're gonna figure out a sentiment to go with it too. that. Make sure it's even so it's... Alright, we got our barrel of apples. Whew. So that's our October. Oh, we didn't glue those in. Doop, 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 doo. We didn't glue them in. That's okay. We just come right here like this, and we just lift this right here, and we'll just put some glue right there. And that should glue all three of them down. Alright. And then. See, we're not going to just have a barrel sitting there over a bunch of, it just looks weird. So I said to myself, yeah, we're going to use one of these frames. We're going to say one of these wonky frames. I love them. Like that. Do I want it that big, or do I want it smaller? I think this one's too small. I think it's too small for my apples. Yeah, that's too small for the apples. We gotta do this one. Okay. But I need a color. What about wood grain? How about we make some wood grain, guys? Or do I have wood grain? Now let's make it. We can make it very easy while that dries anyway. And that'll keep within our bird color feeder colors. Let's die cut this first, and then we'll make it wood grain. Or no, ink blend first, and then wood grain. So I don't need to brush corduroy, but I do need gathered twigs. And I just saw weathered wood. Where did weathered wood go? Here's some hickory smoke. Weathered wood. Where is it? I just saw it. There it is. There's weathered wood. Okay, first thing we're going to do is the hickory smoke. We're just going to drag our ink pads across like this. This is the easiest thing. For my die cuts and things, well, I use 80 pound. Here, I'll show you what I use. Because this is great for die cutting and everything. When I can afford the 110 pound thick good cardstock for bases, I do, but generally I use this for everything. This right here. It's 80 pound. That's what I use. It's good on blending. It's not as expensive as like Nina Craft and all that. Alright, so I did the weathered wood. Now we're going to go in with some hickory smoke. And we're just going to do the same thing. It's almost similar in color, but just a little bit different. old weatherboard. Old weatherboard here. And I'm gonna hit that with my heat tool. Because I don't want my colors to mix. I want them to be separate colors. And because I don't want these little pieces to blow away, I'm going to pick my cardstock up and remove it from the screen. Sorry, guys. But see, I'm just going to... Sorry for loud noise. I'm going to heat set my ink. And I'm not wanting to curl my paper or anything, so that should be good. Alright, now I'm going to take my gathered twigs. This. Denise. You tried on swimsuits. Are we happy now? It looks like I'm just making a mess, guys, but I promise you, it's gonna look good when I get done with it. It's gonna look like I want it to. Alright, now I'm coming in here and I'm trying to find my fossilized amber, which, boom, I found in here in my little ink cubes. These are the ink cubes I was talking about. These are perfect for this kind of background. These are like, I bought these in like 2017, early 2018, late 2017, guys. And I haven't re-inked them yet, but I did have to add a little bit of water to them just to refresh them because they sat for a little while not being used. So are they going to work, or are you going to have to get a new one? Oh, this one is ground espresso. And then this one is aged mahogany. Well, I found a seed, and then I went like this where I realized what it was. It's a seed, Linda. Alright, we're just going to bring just a little bit of the mahogany in. Not going to bring a whole lot. But we're going to keep with that red tone. Not a whole lot, just a little. And then we're going to bring our little hickory smoke in. You guys can do as much or as little different colors you want to make your own backgrounds. But that's how I do it. That's what I'm doing. I change it now and then, but you guys keep saying I'm so talented. I watch other people and then I get ideas, and you guys can do exactly what I do. Alright. Then let's decide which part I like best for my frame. For my apples to sit on. Yeah, I think I like that part right there best. So I'm just going to take that. And put my inks right back in here. Run this through the die cut machine. You're like, no, you can't. You can, I promise you. I promise you guys. You gotta remember, I'm like 7 years ahead of you on what I've been watching. Practice, practice, practice. Do you think I started out knowing any of this stuff? No. I was watching YouTubers and stuff just like y'all. Those of you that don't have, that's why a lot of people come in here, and they have like way more experience than I have, because they've been like doing card making since the 90s and stuff. I mean, this kind of card making, not like the card making I did when with the computer, or, you know, where you used to take, remember when we used to take a piece of paper and we'd fold it over and then fold it in half again? And that's how we made our cards. I used to make cards like that. You print it off from the computer and then you folded it. But that's not the same as this. Alright, and that gave me a wonky edging. See how, you guys can't probably even see it. But it's pretty cool if you ask me. See? The little wonky edge. And then I think it needs a little bit of a darker border. See, when you're layering paper, thinner paper is going to be okay. If you're not doing any layering, you definitely want much thicker. But, okay. Bye, Jackie. Anyway. Anywho, without these tools, I wouldn't be doing any of this, guys. So, that's why I say you can do it too. I'm going to glue it on, and then I'm going to put it in my trimmer and cut it that way. So I learned how to do the wood grain by watching Gina K. That's where I got that. That's not a Linda original. And who else? Not Afraid of Color. I learned a lot from watching her. And Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I'm just going to set this on here like this, and then I'm going to get my trimmer, and I'm going to trim just a tiny little border off. And I'm going to try to be as straight as possible, because, well, that might be straight. I just want a very thin border, not a thick, just enough to be a border. Might be making it too skinny, but there we go. Just to add a little definition or oomph to it, you know? A little stability too, because my paper is a little bit weaker. So now we'll take our apples, and we gotta decide, do we want to pop our apples up, or do we want to just let them, okay, this closes after, and then this will go like this. It needs a sentiment too. We're gonna have to. Yeah, that's the word. Dimension. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I like that, guys. We're just gonna need a saying, so we'll hop in our little saying box and pull something out of there, see if something matches. All right. We're gonna. I was thinking about that, but I'm like, it's already like. I'm just gonna glue it down. Yeah, I was trying to decide if I wanted to use pop-up foam, but if I put this kind of down towards the lower 2/3 part, then I'll have room right here for a little sentiment. You were the apple of my eye. That is a cute one, but I'm gonna see what I have in my box. But yeah, that would be cute. And then we have to go over the parameters to see if we met all the parameters. I think thinking of you would be good if I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it in the red already. From remember when we did the. Oh, okay. Don't do what I just did, guys. Don't put glue on the bottom half of your. Don't do that. Ah, don't do that. I'm looking for my cloth so I can wipe it off. I'm trying to find my cloth to do it with. I can't find it. And it's art glitter glue, so it dries plenty quickly. So there we go. I'll tell you what else I'll do, just to make. Oh boy, why is that doing that? Oh, my lid is like not tight. Why was my lid not tight? I don't know, but I'm just gonna put some of this right here, and that'll kill any stick. This is my anti-static. And now we're gonna do it again. There we go. You be gone. There we go. All right. We're gonna make sure that we're. There we go. Guys, I say this all the time, but I can't thank you enough for hanging out with me and chit-chatting, and I so appreciate it, guys. All right. The other day, we took the, hang on, I'll tell you this when I get my face facing the microphone again. The other day, we used an embossing folder, and we made a bunch of sentiments, remember? So that way we would have easy peasy. And I'm pretty sure I've got red. I thought I did. I did right here. Lumberjack plaid right there. The red with the white. So, because it's October, we can do, let's see, we can do thinking of you. Thankful for you. Just a note. You're awesome. I don't want to do happy birthday. This is more like a... I did thinking of you the other day with the tree. We did winter greetings. We've done birthdays. What about just a note? Just a note. Hello, my friend. Hello. I do hello all the time. Let's do you are awesome. How about that? Let's do you are awesome. Danny says, Scott, what you doing? What you doing? Man, I fell asleep. Watching Craft Roulette last night, which meant that I didn't turn on Match Trivia, so I have to watch the replay so I can see what I missed. And then I did the same daggum thing Thursday, too. I've been falling asleep earlier at night, but I've been waking up earlier in the morning. And Scott's working. He says... The cool part about this sentiment right here with this card is if you notice the ink isn't completely all the way on there. What the heck happened at my camera? Cool. Cool, Danny. Anyway, you see how that's not... Well, if you look, the different way ink blending, that matches. I mean, that matches it so perfectly. We'll pop dot that for sure. We'll pop dot that, though. That we will put foam tape on. Just find the ones that are already being used. Do I want 2? Yeah, 2 are perfect. This is a no work zone for you? Okay, cool. And that's... Oh, wow. Late shift couldn't ever get me to do that. And that's during... Oh, you know what? I need to watch them tonight. I keep for... Let's see if I can be awake. My sleep schedule's so messed up. All right. Hopefully I'll be awake for them tonight, because I've missed them the last couple of weeks. I like watching them. They're funny. I forget what I forget what her name is. The Gilberts. I forget what their individual names are, though. But some days it's hard to watch her because she looks so much like my best friend that passed away this past January. Past year. She was my best friend. And she looks a lot like her. Every time the first time I saw her, I was like, oh my God, it's Beverly. Beverly has a twin. And then her personality and the way she talks. Yes, Ronnie and Teresa. Well, Teresa reminds me of my friend Beverly. So much. The way her mannerisms, the way, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, there you are. So sometimes it's hard. It's really hard emotionally for me to watch them because, yeah. I love their personalities. Their personalities are freaking awesome. I love it. They remind me of just regular down-home people like around here that, you know, like my friend group. Okay. Friend group I used to have. All right, right here. You are awesome. Yeah, I bet, Danny. I bet. Now, we need shiny. Do we want... I don't think I want my apple shiny. Maybe one. We'll do one shiny apple. The rest of them will be not shiny. The one that fell out will be shiny. How about that? How about that? How about we wax up our apple today? I don't want to put like a ton of it on there. So come on. Work your way around. I don't want it like super thick. There we go. Here comes the glossy accents. Yeah, I know. I love this stuff. And then we need gems. Trixie, this is my chair. Would you please stop pushing me off this edge over here? These are pink and mange gems. These are red. Yeah, there's some red ones in there. I'm not no good at the triangle thing. I'm supposed to do a triangle so that it looks... I just usually just put them around places. Do I want a gem there? Maybe I don't want the gems on the background. Maybe I want the gems here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. We got our wood sign, right? So, we're going to use gems for the nails that would hold the sign together. You know, where you would tack the sign down at. So, we'll put a gem there. Gem here, you know, kind of like rivets. Kind of like rivets. Almost done, y'all, because I'm not putting a saying on the inside yet, because I don't know who's going to receive the card. If anybody, guys, I'm telling you, I'm so bad about mailing my cards. I've got all these cards, it's like, that I have never mailed. Okay, all my glue went up around. The outside there. Got all over my finger instead of the gem. There we go. There we go. I think that works perfect. There we go, guys. There's our Craft Roulette card. What y'all think? You think it needs more gems? I have plenty. I could even do green gems. These gems are really cool. If you look at them, I don't know how well you can see, but look. Now they got the kind of pointy, like... Yeah, I would have been fine if it was until 9:15, not 10:15. Oh well. I hear you. I can't say I missed them days, because I don't. Look at that apple shine. Shine, shine. Shine bright like a diamond. There we go again. Alright, guys. That does it for our Craft Roulette card today. Let's go over the parameters real quick before we say goodbye. Let's make sure we've got all of our parameters met. Alright, so the project is Dutch door card. We have that. We have our Dutch door card, and let's not stick our glossy accents into anything. It needs to dry. Colors are bird feeder. Hummingbird feeders are red with yellow. We didn't put yellow. Then there's other little feeders that are brown, green. So we got the bird feeder colors down. Element October. Apples, October. And then random polka dots. Polka dots. So, let's say harvesting apples in October. There we go. We got it. Yeah, the apple of my eye is the awesome one. Now, I have a stamp set that is pink in Maine, and it's called Appley Awesome or something like that. And they've got some cute sayings and stuff in there, but I wanted to use the ones that to show you how cool it is. Linda, that basket. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I know. I gotta leave it right here so I don't do that. It's like, that's why it's good to have, when you craft, when I do my live one day, and then don't have a live the next day, because I'm not worrying about putting things away right away, so things can actually dry, which I already got. Look, I already did. I already messed up my apple. I already got spots in my apple. Right here's the little spot. Right there's little spots. Let's fix our spots. The stuff is almost dry because I put a thin layer. You can tell when it's dry and when it's not. See how it's cloudy looking right there? From where I just added it. And then the clearer part is almost dry. It'll just be shiny, clear, shiny. Itty beautiful. I love it. Alright, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. We've been on here for 2 hours. Minus 5 minutes, maybe. But that's it for today, y'all. I'm very thrilled with this card. I think this is my better Craft Roulette cards. The parameters the last 2 weeks have worked for me. Alright. I'm going to sing. Thank you. I'm glad you had fun, Denise. Peace out, Danny. See y'all at Eddie's. Alright. So long, farewell. Doom 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 doom.